Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria. Welcome to the channel. This is our Western astrology perspective on the new moon that occurs on November 19th, 2025 at 10:47 p.m. and that's here on the Pacific coast of the US. So for the majority of people around the world, Eastern, North, South America, and around the world, it's going to be on the 20th. Okay, so I've already recorded the Vedic one, of course, and this doesn't usually happen, but there is an overlap here. The new moon occurs in Scorpio in both signs. A lot of similarities with the water energy here, but it gets a bit more intense here with the Western astrology reading. So we have our new moon here. New moons, as you know, are conjoined the sun down at 28 degrees of Scorpio in the deep, murky, watery depths of Scorpio. Something new, right? New moons, new beginnings, new energy. Something new can arise, and I feel likely will. This can be you could say, a spiritual awakening, coming to greater awareness as you rise out of these murky waters. But there is a very strong element of unexpected, sudden, and rebellious energy here that we don't see in the Vedic reading. So we have, as you probably have heard, this grand water trine going on. And you can see there aren't a whole lot of, angle lines in this chart. So we have the sun and moon in a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, where he's exalted. And the moon is debilitated in Scorpio. But I feel like that it's not weakening the moon's energy. It's allowing what needs to rise to the surface come up. What needs to come out of the scorpionic swamp. And then we also have Saturn and Neptune here, both retrograde, now back in Pisces for a few months in this trine. So a lot of, big planets, right? Neptune in his own sign of Pisces, so he's strong here. Jupiter exalted in Cancer, and then along with Saturn's transformative energy, also restrictive energy. Looking at this new moon, which is also conjoined Mercury, right? The intellectual mind, who's also retrograde, and Black Moon Lilith. And this stellium here, this entire stellium, but the ones in this conjunction here, are opposite Uranus, also retrograde, having just gotten back into Taurus. So this Uranus opposite Lilith conjoined the new moon is where this unexpected, rebellious, it's unpredictable energy in some way. Although I feel, because this is occurring in Scorpio, that it's something that we ourselves may have knowingly hidden, and we are retrieving that information with the Mercury retrograde here and bringing it to the surface, whether that means to our own conscious awareness, like something we've forgotten about purposely or not, now coming to our awareness, igniting a lot of, you could say, angry, rebellious emotions with Lilith here. Of course, Mars is here, but he's not in a conjunction. He's at 11 degrees. Mars is here in the stellium, I should say. But some of us might, I'll say, get a little bit irked at ourselves or at people or circumstances that are related to whatever comes back to our conscious awareness. And then with that being opposite Uranus, it's like something external, that's what feels this opposition, something external might also trigger this, or might exclusively trigger this for some, if there hasn't been something that you've stuffed deep into the dark recesses of your subconscious. It doesn't feel like it's heavy trauma, though that could play out. And if that's the case, seek help, right? Go talk to someone. It feels more like the feeling of disgust, like, ugh, I forgot about that. I can't stand that. Or, ugh, I wish that didn't happen, and possibly again triggered by someone or some circumstances. It could be something you read about or hear about that's not really part of your personal life, because this Uranus energy feels so distant yet so related to this new moon energy. So something's going to be woken up out of the darkness, basically, come to our conscious awareness, irk us in some way, make us a little angry, maybe also trigger some of us to really reflect a lot more on whatever this is. And heightened awareness because of, or as a result of, some unexpected or even just shocking external thing going on, right? It could be external in your actual world, but it could be like something you hear about in the news, you read about, etc., or a combination thereof. Because I kind of see this stellium down here, so it could be a lot of little things for some people, like, oh, there's this and that, and oh, I don't like that, oh, I remember this, and okay, I need to process that, and oh, that's happening out there. And so if it's a lot of things, ground yourself. Do some grounding. Ask yourself, what are my emotions? What am I feeling? Maybe write it out. Yeah, I do feel like there's like some scattered emotional stuff going on. So grounding and really sorting out, okay, this is me. This is how I feel about this. This is how I feel about myself. This is how I feel about what I'm realizing or remembering. So a lot of stuff coming out of the waters, right? So our subconscious, unconscious, things that have been hidden, potentially kept secret by us or even from us, Scorpio energy. Yeah, that rile us up a bit, but stay grounded, stay calm, process these emotions. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotions. Now, the Saturn energy here is what can help with the grounding, even though he's in Pisces, not a great spot for him, but it is an earth energy. Bring some structure to it somehow. So I write it out, ground, sort it out, bring some structure to it if you need that. If it's a lot of things. Okay. Anything else I want to say here? It's a lot of water. A lot of water. And what comes from this? I want to say it can open us up in a new way that we have not yet seen. But there's going to be a while of this emotional processing, a little bit of shock, unexpected things. And there could be some secrets revealed from within ourselves and from externally. And those things might reflect each other in some way. Okay, that is the gist, the deep, watery gist of this new moon in Scorpio, Western astrology. Again, the Vedic reading is already up. Of course, there's more going on astrologically, but that's just the moon reading for now, and I will have the tarot reading up next.